Yo, in this video, I'll be showing you how you can use buildmyagent.io to construct AI agents in 2025. I'll be walking you through how to set it up, the prompting, and also the deployment of the agent. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, for this example, let's say I wanted to create an AI agent for a restaurant that can handle customer inquiries and book people in directly to the system. What you'd need to do then is head to Create Agent, Templates, and select the Sales Agent. Perfect. Now, as I mentioned, we wanted this AI agent to be able to handle customer inquiries and book people into the system through Google Calendar and with Gmail. So what we need to do is add those two integrations. So click the AI agent plus up here and select Add Integration. But as I mentioned, we want Google Calendar and Gmail. So let's search for Gmail right here. Select Continue. We want the agent to be able to send emails. So select this and just click Add Actions. Now we also wanted to add the Google Calendar integration. So search for Google Calendar. It's right here. Continue. And we want this to be able to create an event. So that's what we're going to do. And select Add Actions. Perfect. Awesome. So now we have our Gmail integration, our knowledge base, and the Google Calendar integration. As you maybe have noticed up in the corner, we need to connect our Gmail and connect our Google Calendar. Simply what you'd need to do is just click on it and accept the requirements. I'll do that real quick and I'll see you after. Perfect. Now the integrations have the access that they need to have. The next step would be to create the knowledge base. The knowledge base is especially useful if you're setting this up for a website or business, because then you can just simply add the URLs in here. Then the AI agent will scrape the website for information, creating the FAQ and saving you a bunch of time doing it automatically. However, since we're creating more of a general restaurant agent, this will not be necessary. Okay, so once that is done, then the final step is actually just to handle the prompt and check the settings of the agent. If you click right here, you can see you have the option to change the AI model right up here. Gemini 2.5 Flash is generally a very good model because it's very cheap and very cost effective. Then you have the option to change the temperature and some other settings down here, but generally just don't touch those. What you need to focus on is the system prompt that we have right here. What I recommend you to do is copy this, head over to ChatGPT up here, paste this in and say something like, repurpose this exact prompt and structure for a restaurant called The Restaurant. See what it says. I think this is pretty good. So what you want to do then is just copy the prompt, head back to Build My Agent, and then paste it back in the prompt. Boom, right here, and click Save Changes. Now, I usually recommend that you quickly just go over the prompt and check for mistakes or missing fill-ins. For example, down here it says insert address. You would of course need to insert the address of the restaurant. And I can see down here there's ingredients and stuff like that. You of course need to change that. But since this is general, I won't touch it much. What I will do, however, is insert it back into ChatGPT and tell it to just paste in typical placeholders for these questions. Alright, I've now customized the placeholders, so everything should be good. Now we are pretty much finished. But we need to make sure that the AI agent understands when to use the tools it has available. We want the AI agent to know that it has to use the Gmail integration whenever somebody books a table. The Google Calendar integration is actually useful for us in the backend as the restaurant owners, because this is where we will manage our customer bookings and make sure that everything runs. You could maybe think of it as like a reservation book. However, previously I only gave access to one thing, and that was to create an event. But I now realized that maybe it would be a good idea to let the agent be able to change an event. For example, if a customer let's say they booked for 6 p.m. and they want to change it to 8 p.m. if possible, the AI will be allowed to do that. So just quickly go over this list and make sure that everything that you want the AI to be able to do, that it has access to doing these things. Now we want to make sure that the agent understands when to run these two tools. So for that reason, I've created a very simple piece of text that makes it understand exactly this. What you want to do is you want to head into the editor right here, going to the system prompt, and go down to AI rules. And then add a new rule, and then paste it in right here. It simply just says, when a customer inquires about booking a table, 1. Gather all necessary information, date, time, whatever. Then check Google Calendar for availability. If available, propose a booking to the customer. If the customer agrees, create an event in Google Calendar. Number 5, send a confirmation email to the customer using Gmail. And if not available, offer an alternative date and time. And then we simply just want to save changes. Perfect. That actually should be it. But to make sure we have the ability to test it down here, let's try and test the agent. I'll enable the logs up here so you can see when the agent runs the tools. This would not be visible in an actual client to AI conversation text, but this is simply just for us to see if the AI knows when to use the tools properly. With that being said, let's try and test it. Let's say, hey there, is this the restaurant? Yep, it is. What brings you here today? Let's say, I'm going on a date tomorrow night, but I need to hear what is on the menu first. A date tomorrow night, how exciting. We serve modern Mediterranean dishes with fresh local ingredients, grilled seafood, blah blah blah. Perfect, that's exactly what I want. So let's say, alright, that sounds delicious. Do you have a free table tomorrow at 6 p.m? Yes, we do have a free table tomorrow at 6 p.m. How many people should I book in? It says. And then you can see it has run the Google Calendar, find free slots. That means it has been into the Google Calendar and checked if there's actually a free time there. And there is. So let's say, awesome. It should be for 2 people only, since it is a date, you know. Got it, a table for 2 it is. And then it asks me for my first name, last name, email, so it can send the confirmation once everything is booked. So that's exactly what we want. So let's say my full name, and my email is, let's just put the business mail down. Perfect. All right. And then you can see the agent has actually run the tool. So I can say, so everything is good. Okay, so there seems to be a mistake here. So what we would need to do to fix that is head into the AI rules. And then under the, when a customer inquires about booking a table, we would then say, number 7, once the table is booked, say, maybe, all right, thank you very much for your booking. We are looking forward to seeing you on, then just put the dates. Awesome, let's see if that worked. I booked in. As you can see, it has actually put, alright, thank you very much for your booking. We're looking forward to seeing you on, and then the date that I have booked on. So if I head over to my Google Calendar, as you can see down here, the AI has actually already added the dinner reservation for me. And if I head over to the mail that I put in earlier, we can actually see that I have received an invitation for my dinner reservation at the 30th of October, and the time span that it is. I can actually accept the dinner reservation right here. So that's exactly what I wanted. Okay, that's actually the whole AI agent done. Now we have a fully functioning AI agent that has access to Gmail and Google Calendar and can book in people automatically without you as the restaurant owner having to lift a finger and doing anything. Now the final step would just be to deploy the agent. And what you need to do then is just head up here, deploy agent, click continue. Now we have a few different integration options. You can either choose to deploy this on your website, have it run in your Instagram DMs or Facebook, have it run in your SMS, or a bunch of other stuff. But let's just say we wanted to deploy it to a website. Just click website widget, give it a name, the restaurant booking agent, deploy. Perfect. Now this is the fun part where we get to customize the agent. We can choose different colors. Let's just pick a red themed widget. So we could do that right there. The language should be English. We can change the welcome message. I think it's fine as it is. We also have some suggested responses. We could say, what is on the menu? Can I book a table? Are there any free tables tonight, or something like that. Doesn't really matter what it is. You can enter a logo down here if you wanted that, but let's just keep it blank for now. Once you're happy with everything you've built, simply just head up here, click deploy, copy this code box and insert it onto your website, and then everything should run perfectly. To give you an example, I can just head to our website. As you can see down here, we have a widget that is similar to the one we just created that we can open up and ask questions. Boom. The days of having these fixed question widgets on your website are over. By having an AI agent like this running 24/7 on your website or on SMS or Instagram integrations, you will ensure that you never miss a customer inquiry or an interested customer ever again, which honestly is an insane change to the game. Now I hope I managed to make this as manageable as possible, but if you're still sitting there with any questions, don't be shy to dropping them in the comments below. I'll try and make sure to answer every single one of them. And finally, I hope you found the guide helpful. If you did, maybe consider leaving a follow and a like to never miss any future updates or guides showcasing how we in our agency build agents like these. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.